Hey YouTubers, I'm here again today. It's Wednesday, April the 8th, 2020. And I'll probably say this until this season is over. We are still facing the coronavirus season and epidemic that we are facing right now. But my name is Sheila Texter. This channel is Sheila's One Stop, where I am an author, life coach, minister. Every Wednesday and Friday, I will put out a new video. On Wednesdays, we will talk about my book, Life After the Mistake. And on Fridays, we will do a coaching session. I will share insights, stories, my journey of how really I coached myself and how I'm hoping to help somebody else. Basically, a transformational coach, life coaching in the mindset, trying to help people change the way they think through biblical principles and Bible truths that can absolutely turn a person's life around. But I kind of jotted down a few things because I didn't want to forget them today. But I have been in the process of writing my book since February of 2019. It's about to wrap up. We're basically, again, I might have said this before, we are through. The book is finished. It's just kind of in a little bit of a final editing stage, and it's got to be gone over maybe 2 more times and reading and checking everything. And then it's going to be laid out and formatted and put together to be put and downloaded on Amazon. But I wanted to tell you that the book, The Life After the Mistake, was kind of birthed in my spirit in 2018. And then it stayed in my heart. Well, for 3 or 4 or 5 years, a book would come to my mind, and several people would say, "You ought to write a book." But to really get it in my spirit and say, "Okay, you know what? I think I will write a book on my journey and my story and my life story." And so it probably, like I say, in July, I think it was July 2018, I have it wrote down in my notes. I even titled the book then, but it was February of 2019 before I actually started writing it. So if you want a little bit of advice, just drop a comment in the comments below. You can subscribe to this channel and hit the like button and hit that bell notification. That way, every time I put out a new video, you will be notified every Wednesday and Friday for right now. And I believe that you're going to really, really be blessed. But remember this book that I'm writing, it addresses adultery in the church. It's a subject that many don't want to speak on, but it's just as real as other sins. But one of my main goals today is to help you realize that failure is not final. So this channel, I'm hoping from the bottom of my heart, will help the person that has maybe failed. You committed adultery in the church after you came to God. Not just out there with somebody. A lot of times it happens in the church, the assembly that you attend. It usually happens within that group of people. Now, there has been a few that I know that had an affair, committed adultery while they were living for God, but the other man or the other woman did not attend church or did not go to that church. But for the most part, most of them went to church, the same church together. That building and coming together in a church house is no different than going to work and working side by side with coworkers. And you hear that so much in the factories, especially in factories and where people work in close areas together. They go to lunch together. They take their breaks together, and you just begin to share things with them. And next thing you know, you're meeting outside of work for coffee or for tea, or we'll just talk, because we don't have enough time to talk at work. And usually that ends up being 99% of the time, it ends up being an affair. So it can happen in the church, in that close facility. I can't say the word, but it can happen in there just like it can happen anywhere else. So what I wanted to do was read a little bit. I got it in my phone here. I wanted to read just a little bit. I don't want to bore you or stay too long on here today. I'm trying my best to keep my videos 10, no longer than 15 minutes on either day, because I know that people's time is very precious. But I do know that more people are home now and more people are watching YouTube. So you might take a little more time because you got a little more time. But I just wanted to read this. I screenshot it out of my book because I have Google Docs on my phone, which actually has my book on it too. But I just want to read this little paragraph. And this is in the first chapter. And this is, this is talking about David, because my first chapter covers David and his fall with adultery with Bathsheba. Anyway, it says, I want to help you beyond the fall, the ugly mistake, the harvest from the seed you sowed. If you let me, I'm going to help you. I am well aware of the consequences that come with this mistake. But while the act of adultery is going on, people rarely consider the possible consequences. Once they've given in to sin, the devil has them deceived into thinking that somehow, despite their actions, everything will be okay. The Bible tells us the punishment for David was heartbreaking from the very beginning. He loses the child that was conceived in this act of sin, and much bloodshed was in this family, even with his own sons. So that's a little bit there from my book, just a little paragraph from my book. I think that is the first chapter, because the first chapter we talk about David. But we don't just, talk about, David committed adultery and murdered a man, and it's just, I go into a little more details with it. And then, like I say, I share a story about a woman named Sheila that fell prey to adultery in the church. She fell in that area, and her journey, it's just it's a powerful story. It's a beautiful story. And again, I can relate to her. My circumstances might not have been identical to hers, but I still fell in that area in the church, sitting on the pew. And God has beautifully restored and brought restoration, brought redemption, and healed things. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful story. It's from the innocence to the fall to the getting back up to a whole new beginning of what God can do in your life. So I'm going to get off here today, and I hope you have a great day. So stay tuned and look for Friday's video. It'll be on life coaching. I'm not sure just yet what we're going to address Friday, but it will be something I will bring from scriptures that will help change your mindset in so many areas. If you can change this thing right here, you can change your world. So I'm going to get off of here today. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy your day and stay safe. Stay as safe as you can during this season that we are in. Nobody I repeat, nobody is above this virus that is out. Nobody is above it. Anybody can fall to this virus, and we want to stay as safe as possible. See y'all Friday. Y'all have a great day.